Hello, and thank you very much for joining me on Healing Streams Reflection. The title for today's post is Failure to Rely on God. In Genesis chapter 11 verse 4, says that, and they said, "Come, let us build ourselves a city and a tower whose top is in the heavens. Let us make a name for ourselves, lest we be scattered abroad over the face of the whole earth." Why was the tower being built in Genesis chapter 11? Their dream was a tower that will be taller than anyone had ever dreamed, a tower that will punch through the clouds and scratch the heavens. And what was the purpose of the tower? To glorify God? No. To try to find God? No. To call people to look upward to God? Try again. To provide a heavenly haven of prayer? Still wrong. The people wanted to build the tower so that they could show off and go against God's mission of spreading the nations throughout the world. Genesis 11:4. And so they said, "Now let us build a city with a tower that reaches the sky, so that we can make a name for ourselves and not be scattered all over the earth." It was a monument to the people themselves rather than an honor to God. Sometimes we build monuments for our own glorification. They are in the form of expensive stuff, big mansions, fancy cars, or well-paid jobs, just to call attention to our achievements. It is not wrong to have these things, but it is wrong to become proud because of them and not acknowledge God's help and favor. We are free to develop in all areas of our lives, but not the extent of replacing God with any of our achievements. What towers are you building for yourself? God will always cause His plans for us to be fulfilled at His own time. We cannot and should not trust in our own abilities. Why will people build a tower in a city called Babel as a monument to their own greatness? Babel was one of the cities that Nimrod founded and was in the land of Shinar, Babylonia, which is in the region of present-day Iraq. The people of this region gradually became proud of their achievements and started to display the same anti-God spirit that caused man's downfall in the flood, the Noah's flood. This is reflected in the skyscraper they wanted to build, which God saw as a symbol of rebellion. Notice the testimony of God about their potential in Genesis chapter 11 verse 6. And the Lord said, "Indeed, the people are one, and they all have one language, and this is what they begin to do. Now nothing that they purpose to do will be withheld from them." But then God took action to stop the work that they are doing for their own personal ego and achievement. In Genesis chapter 11, verse 7. Come, let us go down, and there confuse their language, that they may not understand one another's speech. God frustrated or thwarted this arrogant behavior by causing all the people to speak in different languages. This caused the people to scatter all over the earth, as compared to the day of Pentecost, when different languages were heard by the apostles, but then it brought them together. The purpose of the work caused its eventual abortion. So at times, you may purpose to do a particular stuff, a particular work, a particular enterprise that God has ordained you to do. The purpose itself will abort it. Yes, the method was right. Yes, the plan was effective. But the motive was wrong. Dead wrong. Why was the tower being built? Selfishness. Pure 100% selfishness. The bricks were made of inflated egos, and the mortar was made of pride. Men were giving sweat and blood for a pillar. Why? So that somebody's name could be remembered. We have a name for that. Blind ambition. We make heroes out of people who are ambitious. And rightly so, this world will be in sad shape without people who dream of touching the heavens. Ambition is that grit in the soul which creates disenchantment with the ordinary and puts the challenge into dreams. But left unchecked, it becomes an insatiable addition to power and prestige. A roaring anger for achievement that devours people as a lion devours an animal, leaving behind only the skeletal remains of relationships. Blind ambition, distorted values. God won't tolerate it. He didn't then, and He won't now. Are you building any towers? Examine your motives, my brother, my sister. Blind ambition is a giant step away from God and one step closer to disaster or catastrophe. What towers have you been building in recent times? And even during this COVID-19 health crisis, is it wealth? Success? Is it recognition? God will not permit us to replace Him as supreme in the universe. We belong to Him and are responsible for our actions. Focus on what God wants you to build. Simplify your life. Surrender your desires to Him. Let Him guide your efforts. My brother, my sister, in the midst of all this uncertainty, there is a way out. out of the broad genealogy of the old world from Noah. The focus in these 10 generations in Genesis chapter 11 verse 10 to 26 is on the chosen lineage of the father's faith. God is already beginning to unfold the great salvation plan. Yes, He's a God of order, whose path, whose ways are beyond our understanding. And even once upon a time He echoed through His prophet Isaiah that my ways are not your ways, and my thoughts are not your thoughts. My brother, my sister, let's rely on our Maker, our God. Let's rely on Jehovah God. The one who knows all things. Yes, my brother, my sister, let's rely on the all-powerful God, the one who knows your beginning from your end and your end from your beginning. Yes, let's rely on Him. Stay blessed, and thanks for listening. Goodbye.